All right, hello. Sorry, the game's gonna mute itself because I am still getting stream set up. I had a DM I had to reply to for commission earlier, so sorry, I just got whiplash because I I went to Twitch and then I heard myself talking and I was like, oh Lord. Okay. Yeah. I need to get over that though. One day. Someday it'll happen. Okay, hold on, sorry. And we'll just leave it there. We'll leave our ad there. Anyway, welcome back. I'm so like, sorry, I need to scroll this down. I'm very, unprepared right now, so. Hopefully, everyone's doing good, and I'm sorry, I'm still suffering from that whiplash I was just talking about earlier. I'm like, I feel like it was awkward because there was no sound playing in the background. I'm like, ugh. I'm also like, this is what you all decide to listen to at night? Sorry. But you know, the mic did sound clear. I feel like it sounded like clear, but something felt off, if that makes sense. Other than it being my own, my voice. But I don't know, something felt off, like something. I don't know how to explain it. Like the quality of the mic sound was okay, but then it still felt like, I don't know, maybe I had to like go all technical and adjust like some audio bounce or something one day. Anyway, welcome back. We are gonna play as much as we can today and see how long I can stay up. So, I guess. See, here's the thing. We could open up by doing this, which is the Joshua and Estelle story, but I read which ones are important technically, like important to like the future games. This is more just like side stuff that's not too important, but it is Estelle and Joshua, so I feel like we have to read it. Why don't we play a little bit first and then like we'll see. But there are some that are really important, allegedly, so what I'm trying to do those. I don't even know where I think we went through here. Or I don't even know. Sorry. I'm trying to think. Okay. Is there ooh. In case you're wondering how like unprepared I am, I'm still just up in my uniform, my scrubs from work, so long barrel 3. Oh, Tina. I'll give you 1,000 mirror if you give me back what you took. No thanks. I wonder if people sometimes adjust their mic to the point where they make it so they sound like how they hear themselves. Could you do that? Or it sound like how they hear themselves, like, you know, to themselves and not recorded, if that makes sense. I feel like then it'd be you all would have whiplash compared to me. That'd be cool, though. I would definitely do it. If I did that, you know how much editing I could do now? If I could just be like, oh yeah, that's how I sound to myself. It sounds, you know, correct, at least. But I feel like eventually hearing the sound of my own voice has to be something I have to get over. But it's like, I can't. Like, I don't know how people do it. I think that's why people don't, like... People that, like, self-edit their own stuff, you have, like, my utmost respect. Because I don't know how you do it. It's like nails on chalkboard to me. It's horrible. It's crazy to say that as someone who's like, you know, when they were young, not when they were young, still is a passion, like to be like a voice actor and stuff. Like it still feels like that's the one barrier I would need to get through, and I've not done that. So. I mean, if you can tell with all my reading, voice acting is my passion. Even though I do it like jokingly, like during this, it is like one of it. Still is like if I couldn't do you know, if I could, well, I guess I could do it if I put my mind to it, but like that'd be like one of my dream jobs. But alas, Twitch out here refusing to let you not suffer through the precious prize pick ads. I'm sorry. Start a new game, easy, normal, hard, nightmare, other nightmare. Whatever the heck other nightmare is. Yeah, let's go through. Oh, hold up.
We're good to go.
Crest Charm. Let's see what that does. Prevent sleep and faint. Lol. I hate these still. But yeah, so apparently, like, the doors that are important, there's like, I think 3 doors that are actually like story relevant for, you know, our future games that we're gonna play. The thing is, for one of them, it requires you to go through all the doors, so I don't know how we're gonna do that one exactly, but especially since one of the doors is a fishing, like a stealth fishing minigame, like thing, and I ain't doing that, to be honest.
We're good to go.
So I'll figure out how we can, you know, navigate through that. Other than like watching a video of it on stream. That's the only thing I can think of. It's like, eh. Yeah, but then you all don't get to go see any of it. Oh, well, I guess do all the other ones off stream, you mean? That is true. I guess I could. Okay, what the heck? Hold on. Let me go back. But it'd be weird for me because, to me, this game now I like associate with like stream. So like how I'm committed to playing all these dang Trails games like on stream now and not like. I feel like I'm cheating on y'all in a way. Because like y'all need to. We're going through the story together, right? I know I don't have hands, but I want to hold yours. I mean, even though we went through that pain of Chloe's 1-hour story that had, like, barely any importance. I feel like it's mostly just, it's like mostly, even if I were to do it off stream, I don't want to do the stealth fishing minigame thing. I think that's the main thing. And also, considering the fact that, again, it's like, for me, I want to do as much as we can, like, with this series until, you know, August. So, that's kind of also part of it, a little bit. What do we just get? This lily necklace? Strength, arts defense, prevents confuse. I guess strength though. I don't need the arts defense though. was the dumb guard effect? So, I think... Well, I'm not sure if we need to complete that, like, story, like, minigame thing. It's just to unlock one of the doors. Because one of the doors that's, like, important story-wise, allegedly, is unlocked by doing all the other doors. Are you on the right way? Oh, no. This is the... I don't even know anymore. Alright, let's just do this. So skipping the what, the fishing minigame or the last door? So the fishing minigame thing is more Estelle based, and it's like the minigame ones, the minigame doors don't really have any plot relevance. Like remember the one we, well, I guess that one didn't have any plot relevance either. The Capua one with Josette wasn't really important. The Zin one with the arena, not really important. Like sometimes they do. So Destiny card. Yeah, so like skipping some of the doors, it depends, because some are just like slice of life, like past things, like let's say the Joshua and Chloe thing. That technically isn't important, really, story-wise. But like some of them are, if that makes sense. That's how the guy that I read put it. Like, oh yeah, this is like slice of life sort of situation. Destiny card. Final trump card. Entrust your fate. Prevents death. What? Okay, so it prevent... What? I'm so confused. You know this treasure was outsourced? Like, honestly, even the well, yeah, like, even the Tita one that we saw, that one technically isn't too important either. Like, the Chloe one, too, if we think about... Okay, actually, no. The Chloe one is important, but, like, not necessarily for the reason you might think it's important. What is that? Dude, okay, now you know. They really were just like... What is this? Me when I get angry. But yeah, we'll see what we do down the line. I mean, I'm just thinking of it now, but... I wonder if I can replay through them or something. If anything, if I do it off stream. Moon Glasses Plus. That's just a block poison, arts strength, arts defense, poison blind. Oh, here you go, Stell. This is for you. There you go. Oh, yeah, that is true. I think it's because, not that I want to end this, or I think it is partially because I want to start going to, like, the next arc already. I think that's partially why as well. But, I mean, how we're doing now, like, we're on chapter 5. I think there's only, like, 8 chapters, so, granted, it'd be a miracle if I stay up until 2. like today, but like we are making good progress. So, and technically, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Because like I said with this game, like even damn, the hell, even before I started playing, I was like trying to read if this is more like a filler like sort of thing, like because like I was saying, I like how like second chapter ends. Like if we did that and ends there, like okay, fine. But this thing hurts. What the fuck? Yeah, allegedly all the games are important, so.
Goddess, my thanks to thee.
Do you want to know? Sorry, let's see if we're even back. The craziest thing ever is literally I was just thinking just now, oh, we haven't disconnected yet, so what a surprise. And then lo and behold, this bullshit happens. I can't win with this damn internet.
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
I might need to just reset the actual, like, what's it called? The little internet pod thing I have in my room, honestly. Because it's gotten to the point where it's such a little small nuisance, but it's so annoying. Defense, agility, movement. 5 to limit. Oh, it's a Stragus thing? I have to give it to Estelle. Just how it is. Like, I just wish I could see, like, my internet in real time and see that it actually, like... Oh, who the hell is this? What is that? Well, if this ain't obvious. Patermater / Patermater. I forget how you pronounce it. Well, what's it doing here? Wait, could that stone have Renee inside then? I'd say the chances are high. I certainly was expecting to meet her here, though. It looks to me to be a large archasm used by Ouroboros. Your reaction says there's more to it than that, however. You could say that, yeah. And you know what? Now that this ad thing, now that the stream disconnected, it's going to take longer to get to the next ad, and I still am in my work uniform. Let's look at that stone. Literally, I would have just needed to wait 10 more minutes before I could get out of this damn uniform. Now here I am. I have to wait 30 more minutes again. Sealing stone. After all this time, we finally found you. Yeah. Hee hee. You must have spent a long while looking for the person inside. Then we shouldn't keep you waiting any longer. Let's hurry back to the garden and release them right away. Yeah, thanks, RIES. I wonder... No, I think I try... You know what, let me try... I'm going to try something internet-wise. I'm going to do this. And... I doubt that's going to do anything. Oh, but now you see, I'm not moving now. Well, this used to work before. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. I had this working the other day. There we go. Alright, I still think it's gonna end up disconnecting eventually, but I can't... I can't win. Okay, well, I found that ceiling stone, but there is an area we, I guess, didn't loop to? Oh, what the heck, I didn't even read this. Whoops. Have you seen those chests from Erebonia? There's the strong silent type. Okay, so we gotta actually to run backwards because there was a. Because we did go a different direction when there was like a fork in the road, I guess. So we're gonna go down here. We're gonna go this way? Question mark? I think.
Done yet.
We're gonna go back this way. Avoid that thing that hits like a truck. Avoid that. I think it was... You freaking spider. Get out of here.
That worked up an appetite.
Alright, this is where I want to go. This way. Why didn't I open the map to see where this led to, actually? It looks like this is the actual right way to go now that I'm seeing it. Oh, look, a door. Choose left or to choose right. Only the cards know what the future holds. If you wish to step inside, present the card that governs fate. You mean the... Oh boy, what is this? Well, I guess we'll go in and see what this is. It is a sun door, so I think that's a minigame door. Shall grant you a memory fragment in my blessing. Alright, let's see what this is. The Calvert Republic. There's a city in this country, a place where migrants from the east have recreated their homeland down to the bright lacquer tiles. Thinking the eastern border is home to people of all kinds from all places. On the northern outskirts of town is a little rundown bar. Doubtless had been presentable once, but now the plaster is crumbling and what doors were left barely fit their pit frames. Of course, such a seedy place attracted the clientele to match. Inside were two gamblers of exceptional skill. It was only mere months ago when they had turned the underworld on its head in the match of the century. The first was Jack, a prolific blue-eyed gambler known by the moniker Victory Jack, who was finally able to put his past behind him. And the second was Hal. Hallie, a petite gambler who remained doggedly by his side despite his best attempts to shake her. Today was yet another ordinary day at that bar. However, the shriek of the door opening announced the arrival of someone who was anything but. Huh? Who the hell are you? Gotta be either really dumb or really brave, and that's saying something with this joint. I'm putting my money on the former. How about you? Hey, get away from him, guys. Who's this? I'm so sorry about them. I'm sure that wasn't the welcome you were expecting when you stepped in here. They're not bad people, really, I swear. Although, you can certainly be forgiven for thinking so looking at them. See, so like, right now, I'll tell you right now, this one, not necessary. Like, there's no story. I mean, at least if I remember correctly, there's no story relevance to this. You customer by chance? Here, let me show you to the table. Still, you're quite the unusual one, if you don't mind me saying so. Not many people would willingly come to a rundown bar like this, especially not in the middle of the day. I'm not saying it was a bad idea to come here, of course. Sure, it's in desperate need of renovations, and the regulars are a rowdy bunch. Also, that flavor of the night thing is a lie. I have no drink right now, so all this reading is going to be so painful for me. But there's just something, I don't know, warm about this place, like I'm home. The food's a lot better than you'd think, too. Oh, watch your feet. I'm pretty sure the floor panel there is going to snap any day now. Well, here's your seat. Anything you'd like to order? You don't look like you're here for booze anyway. How about something to eat? Sorry, I'm trying to like... Ouch. Personally, I'd recommend the Tom Yum Goong. Tom Yum Gong? Is that what it's called? It's the most popular thing on our menu, and for good reason. That mix of spice with just the right amount of sourness is perfect. I can see your mouth watering already. That's a definite yes. How's something to drink? Just water? Oh, that's me. Sorry, what was that? You're looking for Jack. Well, he's usually sleeping in the back at the time of day. Wait, did you get ready to challenge me to a game of or something? A game of something? Sorry, I didn't even think to ask if that was what you were here for. Well, alright. I'll go and talk with him. If he's in a good mood, he might be willing. Don't get your hopes up, though. Wait here for a minute, okay? Hey, you hear that? That guy over there wants to take Jack on. Yeah, I heard. If he takes him up on it, this could get real interesting. Yeah, wouldn't be so sure about that. Ain't often Jack actually gets serious, and I don't know if that guy's got what it takes to bring it out of him. Well, here's the Tom Yum Gong you ordered. Eat it while it's still hot. Oh, and as for Jack, sorry, but he says he'll pass this time. Seems like he's still hungover from drinking yesterday. Doesn't even want to get up. I'm sure that's not what you want to hear after coming all this way to challenge him, but that's Jack for you. Wait, no, I've got a great idea. How about you and I have a game first? If you beat me, I'll go bug him again. I'm sure he'd be totally interested in someone who's better than me. We're gonna take Jack. Surprise? I'm actually quite the gambler, you know. The name's Hal, but I'm the daughter of the legendary gambler King. Not exactly, I mean, Hallie, my bad. Not exactly a household name, but it's a pretty famous one in these kinds of circles. Fair warning, I don't plan on holding back one bit. If we're doing this, we're going all out. Plus, if I win, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Are you good with that? I guess. Yeah, I'll take that as a yes. Well, let's move to a more suitable table, shall we? As for the game, how does blackjack sound? Yeah, are you ready? Now let's get started. What do we got? We got an 8 and 9, that's what, 17? Already stand. You're gonna draw. No! Yeah, that's one bold bluff if it is. If it is, what do you mean? Alright, listen. What kind of BS is that? A 3 and then a... Get out of here with that nonsense. Sorry, but I won this one. Up yours. Hey, ready for the next round? I know I'm reading it, actually. Alright, if he gets 21, I'm gonna end it all. What do you mean we're not gonna draw? I have 20! Ah, loser. Yeah, good luck. Wow, just barely, too. I should miss that one. $18. Listen, knowing her, watch, she's gonna. Oh my god, no. Trust. Idiot. $5, huh? Oh, definitely hit. Hit me. Stand. What's that? You won, stranger. Nice work. Too easy. The first hand was a fluke. Wow, who'd have thought? You're actually really good. Alright, deal's a deal. I'll go and talk to Jack again. I don't get how blackjack... Like, it's just... Well, all gambling is a game of luck. It's like there's no skill involved in this. Unless you're counting cards, I guess. Oh, he actually managed to beat her? Looks that way. Hey, we'll get to see something interesting after all. Man, I'm tired. Game, don't make me actually fake yawn. It's gonna make me really yawn. That's new. There's a new face. So, that's the guy who beat Hallie? God, my head's throbbing like a bitch. What? Oh, he... There goes the floor. See, told you. I gotta be the one to break it. Yeah, that you did. Poor guy. It's kind of crazy. I was amazingly lucky at gambling and amazingly unlucky at everything else. Actually, it's probably less unlucky and more him always being out of it. This is Jack? Yo. Hey, I heard that, you. I'll take you on anytime you want. That's enough, you two. If you want to fight, you can take it outside. The last thing we need is this place ending up any more rundown than it already is. Oh, and on that note, you're fixing that broken floorboard yourself, Jack. That's on you. Well, why do I have to do it? glare. Fine, fine. Doesn't that make you paralyzed in Pokemon, right? Oh, this sucks. Yeah, never thought I'd see Jack get so wrapped around somebody's finger. You're telling me. Anyway, sorry for the wait. Here's Jack. So, I was right then. This is the guy who wants to take me on? Sure is. Really? He doesn't look like he's gonna put up much of a fight to me. Never let your guard down, or you could find yourself stumbling into something unexpected. Like, you know, the floorboard again. Ugh. Anyway, I'm Jack. Think you already knew that, though. Before we do any gambling, I need a drink. Give me a whiskey, Hallie. On the rocks. What was that you said earlier about a hangover again? I got rid of that just now. Come on, we haven't got all day. You are unbelievable. Hallie catch your eye? Girl's about as sexy as a lamppost right now, but she's got potential. Couldn't tell you what made her want to work in a shithole like this, but here she is. Anyway, forget her for now. Let's talk about you, yeah? You're one brave guy to come in here all on your own and out of the blue. I know many guys would have the guts to do that, or girls for that matter. This is Heater hitting it off. Here's your drink, Jack. Thanks. Well, you hanging around? I figured you'd get back to work. Let's make it work knowing there's an exciting match going on over here. The owner's giving me the okay too, so I'm gonna park my boat right here until you're done. With an owner like that, it's no wonder this place is the way it is. Well, whatever, let's get this over with. Here we go. You're the challenger, so I'm gonna be the one picking the game we play. Anyone with the one I'm best at. Poker! Okay, well... Oh, I can just quit? Well, I guess we're committed now. This thing over with. Best man win, I guess. Okay. Well, did you get the card you wanted? What do you mean which cards to use? The hell? Oh, okay. Like, actually, like... Wait, I can hold... Wait, what? I'm so confused. So what do I... You gonna run away? You gotta be shitting me. Give up? No. Glad to hear it. That wasn't funny, man. Well, what do you want to press now? What the fuck? I'm so lost. What do I press? I guess just... No, I don't... Oh, I have to pick 5? Okay. I'm pretty sure this isn't how... What? Anyway, well, would you look at that? Don't expect that. Look to pull out, stranger. Alright, well, on to the next one. Okay. You know what? Eat it, dude. Ew. I don't like any of this, actually. Actually... Oh, wait, no. Darn it. I mean, I got nothing. Something with take. Oh, okay. Nothing again. Okay, that kind of helps a little bit. Not really. Yo, why all my hands suck? Yeah, I'm sick and tired of this nonsense. Oh, I could have just done that this entire time. Okay. This is gonna be dangerous, but if you just hold this, that's it. Okay, well. Are you serious? Of course, when I bet 2. Alright, now we're talking. Yeah, yoink, 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 yoink. You suck my dick. There's no way you beat me. You know what's crazy? How the hell do you... Get out of here with that. Wait a sec, one. I obviously got nothing. He's gonna have like 1 pair or something. Oh, thank God. I think that's better than... Aha! I think my brain worked, because I wasn't sure if that was going to be better than something, than a pair. Alright, this is for all the marbles, finally, hopefully. 4, 5, 7, 3... Well, fingers crossed. Thank God. Okay. Okay. All right. I think we finally can win. Please. Get out of here. Jesus. Hey, you're gonna get all my... Yeah, finally. Right, not anyone can beat me. Jeez. Too long. See what I mean? Like, this is what I'm talking about with these doors. Some of them are just like... Yeah, you know... Well, I'll be damned. You're pretty good after all. You beat me fair and square. I ain't gonna make excuses. Are you kidding me? You actually beat Jack? All he was just holding back. You know that as well as I do. The same could have been true for his opponent, to be fair. Yeah, you're right. It was still a damn good game, though. Looks like we're at the center of attention now. I've never entertained the bar enough, at least. Can't say I'm thrilled with losing, but that's the first time in a while I felt the rush of a good gamble. I'll say that was a great game to watch. I'm itching to play some poker myself. Anyway, ever feel like it? Come on back, I guess. I'll try and make time for you if you do. Just so we're clear, you haven't seen half of what I can really do yet. You say that, Jack, but for all you know, it's going to be you getting beaten next time too. So we'll see about that. Still, I feel the exact same way as he does. You're always welcome back here. I'd love to play you again, personally. Better come back at least once, though. Got it? I had my chance to get my own victory against you, and now that you've got one on me. Why was there a white bar? Okay, oh, that's all for today. What's going on? Is this the afterlife? Okay, well. Raw drinks. Alright, let's see. Defense, search, spreads, petrify. So anything so like drastically increase your arts even so much, and it makes me be like, it's like, what the heck? Okay. You already stop visiting. These guys can wreck the shit out of you. Like that. See, someone on our team didn't listen when I said they could wreck the shit out of you, Joshua.
We're good to go.
Hack splitter. I mean, sorry, I got a bit of a chesty cough. Yeah, get the hell away from me. This is a good sign. Okay. Oh wait, so we got this unlocked, so that's good. Let us get out of here. So you want to know something, Chris? Sorry, let's just wait for it to be confirmed. I can't believe it. It really is Renee. It looks like she's fast asleep. Papa, Mama, why? Renee. Where am I? Oh, this is just a dream. Renee. Estelle? Joshua and Tita too? Gee, what a nice dream this is. Renee! Oh? Oh, silly Estelle, you're supposed to be older than me. You shouldn't be acting like a clingy child. You're so warm, though, and you smell so nice. It's almost like this isn't a dream at all. What's going on? Renee, what are you doing here? No, never mind that. What am I doing here? It's okay, Renee. I'm going to explain, so try and stay calm, okay? You see, we're not supposed to— Don't go any closer! Nah, I ain't never doing that. If you step towards me, I will kill you! I'll try and handle this still. Do you mind taking a step back? Okay. I'm happy to see you again, Renee. You know what, actually? Actually, there's going to be an ad soon. You know what? Preemptive ad break. Hold on. Sorry, I'm back from my ad break. This is gonna piss me off. It's not. Why is it not Renee? No, because what I was trying to do is see if there's like some voice thing like somewhere. I swear, watch when like the second chapter one that comes out, they actually just change it. It's like, yeah, no, it's Renee now. Ren. Oh god, that's gonna get so hard for me to get used to. I mean, to be fair, she looks more like a Renee than a Ren. Alright, there's our ad. We'll be back. Let me finally get out of this dang monkey suit. You know, I just want to talk to whoever made it look like Renee when it's Ren, honestly. Like, literally, what's the point of the 2 extra letters? Other than it probably just is like how it would be written in, like, Japanese. I don't know. I don't know. This is gonna get so, This is gonna get annoying. let's try it out. Happy to see you again, Ren. my brain can't do it. My brain is struggling. Okay, how have you been all this time? Oh lord, how's that any of your business? You're just as bad as Estelle is, Joshua. You think y'all gonna tell me it's not Joshua? It's Joshua. I'd slap the shit out of someone if it's not Joshua. Which I know. Well, I guess I know just because. Never mind. Why don't you two leave me alone and stop following me around? I figured you must have noticed. You're right. For the past few months, we've been traveling around trying to find you. We're in Crossbell at the moment, too. Are we getting warmer? You're in Crossbell? Why? Why do you want to find me so much? We just want a chance to talk with you. We heard from a reliable source that you haven't been back to Ouroboros since we last fought. Is that true? What's that got to do with this? With either of you? All I want is to be left alone. I don't want to talk to either of you. I don't want to even see you. So why would you just leave me be? Because. Sorry, Ren. This one's on me. Oh, I'd rather have the voice acting confirm it for me. I'd rather wait until, like, the end of the year. Ever since you flew off, I haven't been able to get you off my mind. I've been getting Joshua to look into where you might be, and we've been going around chasing down every possible lead. But that's why I'm so happy to finally be able to see you again like this. But... Oh, I get it now. You're lying, aren't you? Really, all this is just a cover for the fact that you're trying to capture me. What? Sorry to disappoint you, but I only know about as much as Joshua does about Ouroboros. Even if you catch me, you're not going to get anything useful out of me. And if I did know lots of dirty secrets, I wouldn't tell you. I bet you're really stupid for wasting your time now. Well, wait a second, that's not... Oh, are you going to try your luck anyway? You sure brought a lot of familiar faces for backup. Even I might have trouble taking on this many people at once. But I'm confident I'll leave at least a few of you headless before I end up beaten. Ren? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be shitting me is what you should have said. What are we supposed to do, Shara? Don't ask- I was about to say, why are you asking Shara? Don't ask me, this doesn't look good. Well, I think I know who you are now. Ouroboros Enforcer number 15, the Angel of Slaughter, correct? You certainly do know me. I don't know you, though. Are you a knight of the church? Yes, I'm RIES Argent, a squire. And while I may not be very familiar with your circumstances, would it hurt you to behave less like a self-centered child? Excuse me? Did you just call me a self-centered child? From what I've heard, your intelligence and deductive reasoning have few peers. That led you to joining Ouroboros, obtaining both the current rank and abilities you now have. So unless I'm wrong, I find it very hard to believe you haven't already figured out that this is a trap we've set to capture you. And yet you still expect us to waste our time and humor your little temper tantrum? So yes, I did call you a self-centered child.
Damn!
Maurice? Damn, she shares some mince words. My, you're a brave one, aren't you, miss? Did I hear a lowly squire like you trying to provoke an enforcer like me? You just really want to end up splattered all over the floor. I could say the same to you. I have no idea why everyone else here regards you favorably, but I, for one, have no interest in being friends with someone from Ouroboros. So if a battle is what you want, I'll be more than happy to oblige. Oh no. Reese! A Templar sword. A Templar sword, huh? This can certainly be a rude awakening in the right hands. Of course, everyone else who's ever tried to challenge me with one ended up being quite predictable after a while. Before long, they were all begging me for mercy like pigs about to be slaughtered. It was ever so pitiful. I can't wait to hear you do the same. Ren? No! Do you actually want to fight, or do you only intend to stand around trying to sound threatening? I suppose that is enough talking. Come on, you two. Both of you, stop it! Tita? Hey, wait a sec. Why are the two of you so desperate to try and fight when you know you don't really want to? Ren, you were trying to make it sound like you don't care about Estelle and Joshua, but deep down you're happy to see them again, and you know it. And Reese, you already realized that Ren's not actually a bad person. It doesn't matter that she's from Ouroboros. Well, I'm happy? No, apparently you're Ren, not Renee. Of course I'm not. Why would I possibly be... Then why'd you look so happy when Estelle hugged you? Right up until the moment you realized this was all real, you were acting like it was the best dream you ever had. And now you're saying you don't want to talk to them? That you don't want to see them? Oh, hold on a minute, Tita. And that's not true at all. That's not true at all, so just admit it! Hey, why are you making my girl cry? Sweetie. I swear, she just cuts my life short about 10 years. She just cut my life short about 10 years. So what the hell was she thinking? Look at you, honestly. I thought you were a year older than me, you know. Here you are, crying away. You're not setting a very good example. I can't help it. What am I supposed to do when you guys finally see each other again and all you do is end up fighting? That's just too sad. Hey! What are you crying for? Why'd you have to? You know the answer to that already, Ren. It's because she likes you. She does? Hey, Ren. I know you still got our differences, but how about we put all that aside and call a truce for now? A truce? As I'm sure you can tell, we're in the middle of a really messy situation right now, and however you got here, you've ended up being dragged right into it with us. I'd say it's in all our best interest to work together, at least until we get out of here anyway. What do you say? That's right, I forgot Colonel Dick was here. That's certainly true. There's still plenty we don't know about our predicament. Having someone with your intellect on our side may well help us fill in the remaining blanks. In fact, I would greatly welcome your assistance. Yeah, I'm with the Colonel. I'm not a Colonel, Estelle. Regardless, I think it would be your best interest to work with us too. Cooperating will allow you to gather information more efficiently, as well as make it easier for you to ensure your own safety. That's true. It's obvious that wherever we are, it's somewhat actually, surprisingly, because I was curious about some stuff, I am spoiled on a little bit of stuff about her, but not too much. Like, I don't know what you're referring to personally, and I don't want to say anything in case I'm gonna spoil something. But anyway, that's true. It's obvious that wherever we are, it's somewhere abnormal. So it goes without saying that having me around would be a big help to all of you. Alright, out of respect for Tita's bravery, I'll spare you all this time. Fill me on exactly what's going on here. Oh. Thanks, Ryan. Just so we're clear, I haven't decided whether I'm going to work with you or not yet. All I'm promising is to listen to your explanation of what's happening, then I'll decide if I'll help. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, pretty much that stuff is what I know. Yes. I see. I think I got a pretty good idea what's going on now. Whoever chose this place's name couldn't have picked a better one, could they? What? Did you figure something out that we hadn't? Possibly. I'm still not completely certain yet. But I'm relatively confident in my theory after hearing the Colonel's story, though. Me? Mm-hmm. My own experience was the same as everyone else's, ending up here after being surrounded by a sudden white light. But you say you weren't wearing your uniform when it happened to you, right, Colonel? So, like, sorry. So I'm gonna go off and talk about spoilers that I know about, like, this game series. Like, I basically, well, it's like I know stuff, but it's gonna be still more surprising when it does happen because I don't know how everything happens. If that makes sense. time was just well, whatever. As I explained to everyone when I first arrived, I was wearing a shirt and slacks, as do I every other day. Like with what's his face? With damn wise guy over here. When I mean, I guess we were all, expecting it, but then I kind of got spoiled on that, but, like, I was still, like, shocked when everything happened in the first chapter. So it's like, yeah, I know, but it still will surprise me when things happen. Like, I still can get that feeling of, like, oh, shit. Which is a good thing. And did I read this? As I explained to everyone when I first arrived, I was wearing a shirt and slacks, as I do every other day at work. Right, just checking. So then tell me something. Would you say you have quite a strong emotional attachment to that uniform? Pardon? Oh, that's a definite yes. It's a symbol of your past, the past you just can't quite move on from, even though you need to. Am I right? Yes, you are. Dick. No surprise you feel that way from my perspective. And lo and behold, the moment you appeared in this world, you were wearing that very same uniform again. Also, speaking of this, remember when we were playing second chapter and then someone in YouTube was like commenting stuff? Did they technically spoil the wrong game? Like, were they like I'm thinking back to it. And what I remember seeing in that chat was them saying, like, oh, Renee would be playable. But we were playing second chapter, and that didn't happen. But here it's going to happen, obviously. So it's like, how do you go into someone's street? Some people, I don't know. I don't know if your reading comprehension is, like, horrible to not see what game. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. Some people... Whatever you think that could mean. Yes, I'm sorry, let's get back to this. I mean, when I arrived here, my attachment to the past ended up being manifested as reality. Right? Let me tell you, to play the wrong fucking game. In other words, this world is capable of changing based on people's thoughts. Oh. Now it makes sense. Not to me, it doesn't. Can you explain this slightly less complicated terms to the rest of us? I'm sorry, again, it's that still face. It's actually a really simple thing. You remember how Luciola used the gospel to make you experience a dream, right? Right? The dreams we saw were different depending on what we wanted to see, too. See, too, Code Geass reference? Of course, unlike that, this isn't a dream, but the concept is basically the same. Anyway, just like in Luciola's dream worlds, this world changes depending on what the people inside it want. It also happens to create places that... It also happens... I read it right, but I was like... The words got jumbled. It also happens to recreate places that exist in their memories, too. It all falls into place nicely once you simplify it, doesn't it? So it does. It explains the monsters you encountered and how the doors work, too. Still, while that explanation may explain the contents of this world, I find it hard to believe that any of us would desire the predicament we found ourselves in. Oh, I don't disagree. We're not the only ones here, though, are we? Oh. So, in other words, many of the contents of this world exist because of us, but its overall structure is the result of someone else within it? From what I can gather, yes. What exactly is making all this possible is the part I'm still puzzling over. Making people's wishes reality was the purpose of the Oriole, but now that's been lost. And I can't think of anything else capable of doing the same. I think it's easy for all of us to point the finger at who wished for this world to behave the way it does, at the very least. The Lord of Phantasma. Exactly. Based on everything that's been said, they weren't in this world originally. That was just the ghost you encountered. That was just the ghost you've encountered. I was like, what the heck? Until the Lord of Phantasma, she simply watched over this place from the garden here. But then they showed up, stole her power, and started remaking the world according to their own whims. Oh, but also, sorry, going back to, like, we were talking about how Ren, oh my god, sorry, is in other games, like, that kind of also example of how, like, they aren't kidding when they said, oh, you really need to play this game first before you go to everything else. Like, you really have to play all these games in order. If you don't want to be confused, I guess. The result is what we're stuck in right now. Well, what do you think? Wow. Damn, feels like you just popped your head and solved all these crazy mysteries like they were nothing. It's certainly impressive. Even I hadn't been able to deduce quite that much. You really are a genius, right? I'm sure you could have worked this much out if you really put your mind to it, Joshua. Unless it's still stupidity is actually contagious and rubbed off on you.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Well, that's not very nice. This, AKA what I just did. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Dearie me. Either way, it sounds like this Lord of Phantasma person likes games just as much as I do. And without me, I don't know if you'll be able to beat them, so I suppose I'd better lend you all a hand. See, I hope you're all very grateful. Yeah, sure. It's nice to have a cutie like you on board, Ren. I almost said Renee. Well, now that that's settled, it's time to use that cube to take us back to the 5th plane so we can move on. Now that we've gotten closer to working out what's going on, we should be able to move on to the next part of the game board now. I'm guessing our opponent's ready to make their next move too. Someone's confident. Still, have it your way, Burger King. It's not as though we have any option other than to press on. I'm expecting we'll encounter a devil at the end of this plane, just like we have at all the others. We should only move on when we're sure we can handle it. Oh, I could really do without the extra trouble. Then again, I am kind of curious what those devils are like in reality. Would you like to come and have a look with me, Tita? I'm not sure just the two of us going would be such a good idea. She was so opposed to being with us earlier, but look at her now. Yeah, I'm really glad she came around. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to her while we're in here, too. Yeah. Well, now what do we do? Because obviously we need... We have to use her, because... When will we ever get to use... Like... But then it's like... I don't want to give up Tita, but I don't want to give up Joshua. Alright, well, I guess we need one small bean, I guess. Sorry, Tita. But... Sorry, Tita. Tita, I'm so sorry. I wish it could be different. What the hell is all this? Why does she get all this? At least she has one equipment line. She just comes like fully equipped. Give me this one too. Right, to the 5th plane we go. My phone is off center. Ooh, what the heck? Time to get to that one. Joshua, why? Wait, can I just... Did I miss? Of course I did.
That's that thing. Let's move out.
We are both empty. What the hell? Okay, that came out of nowhere.
That's that thing. Let's move out.
Kitty slippers. What the heck? Slivers is rubber soles that resemble a kitten's paws. It gives you a lot of movement, though. Damn, it gives you 8 movement. Well, it's better than what Joshua currently has equipped, so here we go, Joshua. Enjoy these kitty slippers. Bring to me the playful minstrel and her closest ally against the beast they seek to overcome. Oh, and his closest ally. Okay, so this is Bueller and Olivier, aka this is an important one actually, so we might actually end up doing this one. Maybe after our next ad break, I need to go get water. So I don't know why I can't just go get it now, but well, I know why I can't just go get it now because it's like I don't want to stop when you know what I mean.
Oh, pitiful souls.
But then again, what else is the AFK screen for other than, you know, it would be called this an ad break screen at that point.
We're good to go.
Get this dang grimoire out of here.
Oh, rain roar.
Giardino. Pain. Like, give me more of the face rolling on the keyboard one. Like, instead of these dang story fragments that I'm not going to end up caring about because there's 36 of them, apparently.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Empty. Someone must have taken the chest phrase that used to be in here. What?
We're good to go.
Oh, with this thing spiral going upward, this must be where the boss is. Or we're nearing where the boss is.
We're good to go.
Well, Kevin is still dead, apparently. We will definitely take those. Certainly, oh my god. There should be a, there we go, alright, we're near the boss. Can confirm. Ooh. Is that our exit out of this plane? Doesn't look like there's anything standing between us and it either. Time to make a mad dash for the... Wait. What's up? I can smell the distinctive scent of the underworld, and it grows stronger by the second. What? Are we gonna get surrounded by magic circles then? No, this is going to come from us. This isn't going to come from a circle. It's coming from above. These damn spiders. What? Spiders? Aw, how cute. They're trying so hard to be intimidating for us, aren't they? These are the 3 gluttonous Arachne sisters, kin of the 77 devils featured in the Testaments. They weave nightmares and consume the souls of those who wander to their labyrinth. So this is what real devils are like, huh? They sure look the part. But they're not going to give me enough to stop us. Let's get nasty. Right. Sorry for that part.
Upon the golden wings of battle, descending to battle to rescue wayward souls.
Oh. Cloudy throw. Circle. You see, sorry, I'm looking at this skill, so I guess it makes sense that it's Ren because it'd be like Rend. But if it was Renee, it'd read as Renade, like a grenade. But it's obviously Ren because usually, like, when you use the scythe, you like rend this stuff. So like that gives me the confirmation acceptance that I needed, I guess. Oh shit, the hell? You string shot on me. Ooh, she got petrified. It's poison. Estelle's dang S-Craft is not the one I want equipped. Oh, wait, no, right. Her S-Crafts are all single target. I forgot. This is the one I wanted. Curse Eye. Dude, nice miss, dude. Alright, that's nasty. It's dual strike, probably. Go. One. This. Ow. Oh boy. They're both petrified. Ow.
I was not prepared.
That's right, if you hit Estelle, you suck. Nice. What? Are you shitting me? Arachne. What? Zigma, not Ligma? Dude, I don't know if it's gonna get off in time before it hits Joshua. Inhale Vit. Okay, well. Oh, that actually hurt. What the heck? Oh no, Josh, the poison wore off. Thank God. Okay. Did you say Shazam? Y'all making me mad. God, it heals so much. Delay. That didn't work. No, it did. Perfect. You beat its ass. Oh, thank God that knew damage. I was worried.
Not done yet.
That one was kind of annoying. What's up with that last one? That was so unfair. That must have been Ligma, the three sisters' mother. And even she was not able to stop us, thankfully. What the heck is this one? What? That looks like... Dude, it's obviously Cassius, let's be honest. Another sealing stone, huh? I honestly figured Ren's was going to be the last. Huh? So I was in a pretty stone like that when you found me too? I feel like a princess in a fairy tale. You kind of were like a little princess, actually. I think this one may actually be different. The other stones had a strange sense of warmth that you held when you held them. Not so for this one. Really? Is it because it had something to do? Is it because it had something bad in it? No. Instead of the usual warmth, it seems to have a cool, almost divine feel to it. Almost as if it must contain the goddess herself within. Almost as if it might contain the goddess herself within. It's sharp as usual. It's fake Sephiroth. Oh. He's here. Who's that? So you decided to show your face again, did you? The priest is still unconscious, I see. What a shame. I was rather surprised to find out that he can only use his Stigma's power against heretics. Even power of that magnitude is meaningless if it's so limited and has such repercussions. I almost pity him. To tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting you to reach this point so quickly. Your final piece is inordinately capable. Oh? Might you be referring to me? Thanks to you, I ended up having to make my appearance sooner than I was expecting. I suppose I should have expected no less from the host of Gransel's finest tea party. That's very true. Regardless, I came to fulfill a duty, and fulfill it I shall. Think of that stone as a gift for gathering all the pieces scattered throughout Phantasma. It contains not an additional piece, but a rule book of sorts that you may find beneficial. A rule book? That certainly explains why it feels different compared to the others. Could this mean that you're finally ready to face us head-on rather than continuously taunting us? Whether that time comes is entirely up to you. For now, all I will say is this. On the next game board, all of you will find yourselves face-to-face with a number of trials to overcome. He's escaping again. Well, wait a damn minute. Is that all you're gonna say? What kind of trials? A variety in all shapes and sizes. Even I will be one of them. You? Oh, my bad. You! Really now? I eagerly anticipate seeing whether you are able to overcome them all and make it to me. Don't disappoint me now. Oh. It's almost as if he can't help but try to taunt us. He stays just long enough to say something cryptic and then leaves before elaborating every single time. Oh, I just love those types. Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Anyway, you might get nothing but cryptic teasers out of him, but you do have a new ceiling stone to unlock. I think you should head back to the garden and get to it. I agree. I'm quite curious to just what this rule book is as well. I'm telling you, it's Cassius. The way it glows is pretty different compared to all the other ceiling stones. You're right. I wonder who's going to appear out of it. Chloe? Is something wrong? No, it's just the light radiating from it feels somehow nostalgic. Huh? That comes as no surprise. It's her. What? She looks like... I should have known what happened. You know what? Just because of that disconnect, and since our ads are going to be reset, I'm going to go fill up my water bottle, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. I feel obligated to ask if the thing disconnected again. I feel like it didn't because it seems to do it like once every hour because it likes to fuck with me. But, yeah. Okay. Also, here's what happened. I filled up my water. Did it really? Like before I left? Or after I left, it really disconnected again? Are you shitting me? Oh no, before, okay, no, I know it did, like, before, because that's the reason I left. Oh, you know what, you probably got an ad before I said anything. Or see me say, oh yeah, I'm leaving to fill my water because it happened. Okay. Yeah, so I went to fill up my water. I actually just chugged it downstairs, and then I filled it up a little bit again. Then I used the bathroom, so that's why I took a little bit. But we're back. Okay. It's a pleasure to have a chance to meet one of my own descendants, and allow me to extend a hand of welcome to all of you visitors to my garden. My name is Celeste de Osleys. Oh shit, this is the one from that we had to steal the idea of in second chapter, right? I can't believe that was the end of the chapter. I couldn't have waited before I went on my break. Are you serious? Anyway. Also, it is hot in this house for some reason, like, and the shirt I'm wearing too is kind of like, I guess thick. I guess it's like I'm sweating. I hate it. You've reached the Emerald City Church. How may I help you? Oh, is that you, Kevin? I didn't think you'd be there already, so I was just gonna leave a message with the priest. Oh, hey, Rafina. Yeah, I got here late this morning. How about you? When do you think you'll be getting here? I'm going to be a little late, I'm afraid. There's been an accident or something, so the train's been delayed. Oh, I know that feeling all too well. I probably won't be getting there until this evening now. Gotcha. I'll wait here till you arrive. I think Reese and the kids will all have been out of shape if I showed up without you. Oh, please, I'm sure you're just exaggerating. Although, speaking of Reese, I'm sure you've been thinking about how you're going to cheer her up. I've got it all planned out. I've been stocking up on souvenirs from every mission I've been going on. Shouldn't be enough to snap Rat or a Funk. I'd be so sure if I were you. Girls her age are more complex than you think. Yeah? I guess she's not really a kid anymore now that she's 13, but still. Actually, I mean, yeah, whatever. Actually, that's about how old you were when we first met, right? Now that you mention it, it was. How time flies. Sorry, looks like the train's about ready to leave. I'm gonna have to go. I'll see you later, then, alright? If you get bored of waiting, you're welcome to go on home ahead of me, of course. Got it. See you later. Give me this. Give me like 30 seconds real quick. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. The shirt I decided to wear was getting too uncomfortable, so I was just like, let me just put on one of my, nice, light, like, thin, like, breathable undershirts instead. I'm like, much better. Got it. See you later. Man, how time flies is right. I've really not been home in 2 years. I guess that makes 9 since I met Rufina. I hope Reese isn't too grumpy with me when we finally get there. Kevin. What is it, Father? Has something bad happened? Well, I just received word that someone spotted a group of men dressed in all black.
Sorry.
At the edge of town. What's worse is they were supposedly heading for the mountain. Listen, I gotta make use of this because I always forget to use it when I do some clown shit. So now any mention of Men in Black, which I didn't expect in this game, by the way, obviously. I gotta press it. What? You don't think... Sorry, I don't know what other sound he was making. If they were, Astor House might be their target, I fear. He's up. You have any idea what could be going on? I wish I did. I doubt it's anything to do with the grouse raider, at least. I think I should go and check it out just in case. Please do. Oh, do you know where Rufina's going to be arriving, by the way? Right, I forgot that. That's how they do it in Men in Black. They tell you... I should have done that. This evening, by the sound of it, she said her train's been delayed. When she arrives, can you let her know what happened? Damn it, Jaegers. I think there's anywhere in between 5 and 10 of them. But what could they want with a gospel facility to begin with? The longer they're allowed to be in there, the more danger the kids are in. I'm gonna have to try and handle this alone. It's time to put my combat skills to good use. Chapter 6, The Guardian's Trials. It'll be a miracle if we get to the end of Chapter 6 with how I should be sleepy, but... Celeste, wasn't that the name we saw in those data crystals? That's right. According to those, she was the de facto leader of the group of ancients who sealed away the Oriole. She's also the founder of Liberal's current royal family. Hee. I'm glad to see the information I left behind ended up proving useful to someone. It really did. So then you're really the founder of Liberal's royal family? Not technically. I'm not the real Celestialis. Think of me as something of a shadow, or a partial copy of personality created in order to influence Phantasma from within. How can you only be a partial copy? The truth behind you is apparently more complicated than we thought. You don't appear to be the spirit of some kind, though. I see that now. Yeah. That is correct. Before I try to explain just what I am, I should probably tell you more about what the world we are in first. Or what the world we are in is first. You can do that? Hee, this should be interesting. As you are aware, the land in which you stand is called Phantasma. This is the world belonging to a higher plane of existence, created several thousands of years ago by the Oriole. Its purpose was to act as a subsystem for the Oriole in order to incorporate and process the will of the Liberarch's populace. One might call it a self-organized world designed to realize countless possible others as necessary. Pardon? You lost me. Yeah, isn't there a simpler way to explain this? Well, while not technically correct, perhaps you could think of it this way. Phantasma is like a fictitious realm created by the Oriole in order to fulfill humanity's every wish and desire. That's better. What exactly qualifies as Phantasma as fictitious? I can't help but think it is far too real to be a land of pure fantasy. When I say a fictitious world, I don't mean it to suggest that Phantasma is a complete lie. It's more like a shadow graph or kaleidoscope. It has its own laws and change to reflect countless different possibilities. Does this make the concept any easier for you to understand? Somewhat, yes. And suddenly the name Phantasma seems that much more appropriate. As I said previously, it was a subsystem of the Oriole rather than being the Oriole itself, and it helped to grant people desires. They are separate entities, but effectively like two sides of the same coin. The relationship caught our eye as we were devising the sealing mechanism. You mean the mechanism used to seal away the Oriole? That was also those data crystals left behind. Exactly. At first, we thought our plan would be impossible to execute. After all, the Oriole had absolute control over space itself and was able to influence mankind's every action. Even after coming upon the idea of temporarily freezing it and imprisoning it with a gravity barrier, we had no way to implement our plans. Without that, they were simply ideas with no real meaning. We were effectively at a total loss. You had discovered your foe's weakness, but had no way to take advantage of it. That must have been quite the frustrating predicament. Indeed. And yet our perseverance rewarded us with the development of something that could take advantage of that weakness, the Recluse Cube. Is this what this is known as, then? Yes. That is the only object This is the only object in existence able to interact with the Phantasma without relying on the Oriole as an intermediary. So let's use that to create the partial copy of her personality, that is, me, inside Phantasma. Inside, I began working to sabotage Phantasma's functionality by using this garden as my base of operations. As a result of my efforts, the Oriole's processing ability was hindered just long enough for the plan to be executed. You catches his foe off guard and wins the battle. The same principle applies to martial arts, too. It sounds like you really put a lot of thought into planning everything. Maybe, but I can't deny that luck played a part in the end. Once the Oriole was sealed away, my work was done and I fell into a deep sleep here. My reason being that if the Oriole were ever unsealed, I might be able to provide assistance to the people of that time. I'm pleased you've been able to handle it just fine without my help, however. Luck's played a huge part for us too, though. We're not even sure where the Oriole is now. As far as we're aware, it disappeared during all that happened at the Liberarch. I thought as much. I was able to confirm the Oriole's disappearance from here within Phantasma too. When I did so, I thought my purpose for existing was finally over, and that all that was left was for me in this land was to embrace a slow and peaceful destruction. When we use the poltergeist to remove the ghost because we don't fuck with demons over here. But that was not to be. Soon the Lord of Phantasma appeared. So that's when it happened. Quite a recent development, I see. The Lord of Phantasma appears out of nowhere. Or Phantasma. Phantasma, why is it Phantasma? Phantasma appeared out of nowhere, stealing all of my power before I was even aware of what happened. After doing so, they began to remake Phantasma in accordance to their own designs. Both this world's current structure and the planes that make it up were all the Lord of Phantasma's creations. Looks like your theory was correct, Ren. Still, that makes it sound like... Yeah, so you don't know what the masked bastard is either, then? I'm afraid not. Their every action thus far has been a mystery. Ordinarily, they should not have been able to gain access to this world in the first place, and I'm afraid I have no idea what they are trying to achieve by bringing all of you in here and testing you. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, that's the part we want to know most of all. I only wish I could be of more help. The only other thing I can say about them is that I suspect the Lord of Phantasma is currently in the 7th plane. There's a 7th? Well, what makes you think that? That was the first plane they created after appearing in this world. Just what kind of place that plane is, I don't know. But I can sense dark, inhumane thoughts from there. And they're spreading out across the whole of Phantasma. That doesn't sound good. Then we'll be seeing them after this next one, won't we? Yeah, we just finished the 5th when we came back here. Presuming there's waiting for us on the 7th, it's time to fight them head-on may not be that far off. I was getting tired of waiting. Now you're gonna keep waiting, Agate. As was I. It seemed the end may finally be in sight. Now if only we had some sort of inkling as to what the Lord of Phantasma is trying to achieve. Actually, I just might. Gavin. I just said that. You're up. It's good to see you again, Father. You too. Wasn't expecting you of all people to get an invitation here. Or you, for that matter, little lady. I'm sure you weren't. I got something I want to ask you, but I suppose that can wait until later. For sure. Are you sure you're feeling alright? Right as rain, I'm feeling just great. All that sleep must have done me a lot of good. And I see you guys made a whole lot of progress while I was out cold too. Yeah. Hey, I'm Kevin Graham. Or maybe I don't need to introduce myself since you seem to know a thing or two about everyone who's come in here so far. True. I was able to tell what was happening at the Liberarch from the garden. And out of all the people here, you are the one closest to the truth of what's happening here. Am I wrong? What? No, I don't think you are. I can't pretend to be much of an expert on what Phantasma itself is, but I've got a pretty good idea as to who's responsible for all of this. I only think of one person twisted enough to put us through all we've been through. Wait, is it someone you know? You could say that, yeah. The short version is, they're a real piece of work. A cunning, arrogant, cold-hearted son of a bitch who doesn't even see people as people. That about sums up who we're dealing with. Sounds like a real awful guy. And who, may I ask, is it that you're talking about? Well, about that. Would you feel willing to wait just a bit longer for the answer to that one? Pretty sure I'm right, but I'm still missing one last thing that'll let me be completely certain. I think we'll find out just what that is in the time. I think we'll find out just what that is in the sixth plane. And here I thought we were finally going to get an answer. Is there a reason you can't share your theory as is? Yeah, I realize I'm asking a lot after we've come so far, but I promise that as soon as I know for sure, I'll talk. I swear on the goddess' name and on the church's emblem. Excuse me. Well, I don't see any reason to say no. Likewise, he's clearly got his reasons. And it's not often he asks us for favors, so I can let it slide. No problem here. If he says wait, I'll wait. I feel as though we can trust your judgment, Kevin, so I have no objections either. Me neither. I don't really care as long as I get to have my fun. I believe we're all in agreement then? Yep, consider this one settled. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Anyway, now that I'm up, I'm also down to take lead again, and I'd appreciate it if you backed me up. No problem. It seems like you're all ready to move on. While you're advancing through the sixth plane, I'll do all that I can on my end to find out more about the seventh. Of course, if you need my support, I'll be happy to provide it through the cube and the monuments, as I always have. Now that you mention it, we haven't really thanked you for all the help you've given us since we got here, have we? Thanks, Celeste. We couldn't have done this without you. We truly are in your debt. Please, think nothing of it. I am but a shadow, placed here with a duty to fulfill. I believe helping you to be part of that duty. If I may, allow me to help you however I can. Will do. Sorry for worrying you too, Reese. But I'm just fine now. So please, just leave everything to me. I'm begging you. Only if you promise me one thing. What is it? I won't make you promise not to put yourself in danger or to overdo it. But don't do anything that would make Rufina sad. You really know how to hit a guy where it hurts, don't you? So, will you promise? Yeah, I promise. I swear on her name I won't. Obviously.
Let's go.
You ready?
Piece of cake.
Well. Oh wait, actually.
Do it.
We gotta go do their story. This cutscene is too long. Where's the loot boxes and Goonbait character skins of the PvP gameplay? Cares to give us a gun or a ball in it. Alright, remember, like I said, this is an important one. She can't use your memory fragment in my blessing. One month after the collapse of the liberal art. I was going to read it as a French narrator, but then I chose the normal. The banquet to celebrate the crisis' successful resolution was over, with Estelle and her friends having largely left the capital to go elsewhere. One of them, however, Prince Oliver Race Arnor, sat rather comfortably in the ambassador's office in the Grand Erebonian embassy, his work in the country not quite settled. I can't believe that you... I mean, my deepest apologies for not noticing that you were His Highness Prince Oliver sooner. He'll have friends. Excuse me, sorry about that. Oh, but I'm not surprised you never realized. I may be a prince, but my mother was a commoner. What point has there been bothering to remember my face? It's not as though I often show myself in the palace or in high society gatherings. Knowing me certainly isn't going to help you in moving up the ranks, my friend. Haha, there's no need to be so humble, Your Highness. Besides, I'm actually rather grateful to you, Ambassador. You gave me all kinds of useful advice during my stay here at the embassy that I'm sure will be able to benefit me in the future, to my benefit in the future. A well-meant word such as act like a man of the Empire for once in your life, and stop idling here, go home, and try to do some damned work. Your Highness, Your Highness, I think you've tormented him long enough for one day. The ambassador behaved in the same way any other sane man would be in his position. Any other sane man would in his position. If anything, I'd say he had every right to be angry at us for keeping the truth from himself for so. Try it again. If anything, I'd say he has every right to be angry at us for keeping the truth from him for so long. But Mueller. I suppose you're right. I'll spare him any more teasing for now. I actually wasn't joking about being grateful to you, though. You truly have done admirable work over the past month. I have? Acting as a pipeline with the Empire, checking the safety of Erebonians residing in Liberal, helping the international liner service to resume. And those are only the tip of the iceberg. You've done so much more. You have my deepest thanks as a prince of the Empire. I'm not worthy of such praise, Your Highness. You, however, deserve the utmost for braving the danger you did flying up to the Liberal Ark. All of what happened seems to have caused quite the commotion over in our homeland. So the people seem to be rather relieved by now that they know the danger is past. It's all thanks to your courage that they are able to rest easy. The Intermorris Code describes how the letter D. Oh, there's no point in flattering me, Ambassador. I just did what I could, nothing more, nothing less. And I couldn't have done anything alone. All I was able to accomplish was thanks to the help of those around me. I've barely removed from the stereotype of Erebonians as stern, strong, and self-sufficient, if I do say myself. As rude as it may be to agree, perhaps you're correct. And yet I believe your willingness to be flexible most definitely helped rather than hindered you here. I believe people like you are exactly what the Empire is going to need in the future. Regardless of how I may feel about His Excellency the Chancellor's approach. Ambassador. Well, this is a surprise. I was under the impression that you supported the Chancellor. Then again, you are a noble. Does that lead you to oppose his reformist policies, perhaps? Or reformist, whatever, potato. I may be a noble on paper, but I'm only a baron. All in all, I generally fall in favor of his reformist policies. Be that as it may, while this may just be the result of being in Liberal for so long and being influenced by the ways of its people, I do sometimes find myself becoming frightened by his hardline approach. I can't help but wonder exactly what direction he's trying to take our old nation. Interesting. Your Highness? Oh, I was just thinking that I'm quite glad to have taken the chance to engage in such fruitful talk with you just before departing the country. I pray you will continue doing all you can to ensure the peace of Liberal and its surrounding nations while I'm gone. Preferably in cooperation with Ambassador Cochrane. Yes, let's not forget her, I suppose. Still, it's true that since the Non-Aggression Pact was signed, there have been some progress with regards to the crossbow problem. Given that it was Liberal who proposed said pact, that makes my role in future negotiations very important indeed. I presume that is what you are trying to say. Also, there should be an ad soon. You're a sharp one, my good man. Excellent. Now I can return to the capital with my mind at ease. Leave everything here to me, Your Highness. I'll be looking forward to hearing what you achieve back in our homeland. This truly is a country like no other. I never thought the day would come when I would hear things like that from a noble of the Empire. Indeed, he's apparently somehow less of an obstinate man than I thought he was. Perhaps this nation's very air has the power to genuinely change people. It seems to have had an effect on you, too. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more smiles from you these days than I used to. I'm loath to admit it, but that may well be true. I still find myself wishing that you would learn from Berlian's dignity and sense of restraint, however. Two qualities you don't particularly possess in any measure. In fact, you have far too much of their opposites. There is an ad. We will be right back. dude. I legit, like, I don't know, during that ad break, I, like, somewhat power nap, and then I got Dang Nina humping a table sound effect, which it was the equivalent of having an alarm ring when I had, like, 2 minutes to close my eyes and and rest a little bit. Um, but yeah, we'll probably just get through this. I'll see what I can do, and then save it, because I was, like, knocking out. I'm telling you, usually after work it's like 2 hours. I got 2 hours in me, I'm able to go, and then 2 calls. You don't practice this in any measure. In fact, you have far too much of their opposites. Well, this should be good, because I guess I can't imagine me knocking. What if I just read them like 2 calls you don't particularly just knock out? You say that, but these qualities are the only weapon that I have. I don't have much that will allow me to compete against the Chancellor. I need to use what little happens to be tucked in my corner as best as I can. Have there been any changes to our plans? None. We should be able to proceed as arranged. 3 days ago, the Chancellor left the capital on the tour of Eastern Arabonia. Tomorrow you'll be returning there aboard the RCL while he's still out in the east. All those who need to be made aware of our return have been given proper notice. Your arrival in Arabonia will make a real impact. Of that, I'm certain. What potential obstructions to the plan are there at present? Nothing major. There have been some movements in the Intelligence Division's 4th subdivision, but not much. Are those the... No, are those the... Is that the cheese? Yeah. And the pepperoni? Yeah. There's a chance that everyone is being cautious because the RCL is involved. I have greater odds on the idea that everyone is just treating this as a pompous performance by you, and I'm not taking it seriously. Well, they'd be right to. It is. I have no choice but to start here, even if this means I have to use liberal. And if I'm going to put it on a show, why not put on the finest one this guy's ever seen? I suppose I can't argue that. I'm sorry to trouble you at this late hour, Your Highness. A message has arrived from me from Hemdall. That's that Hemdall. How do you pronounce it? Hemdall? Hemdaller? I always see it opposite, but I never like actually hear it pronounced. What'd you have me do? Really? Alright, come in. Pardon me. Well, if it's Lecter, aka this is why Chloe's story was important, only just because we get introduced to him. I was wondering where you'd been. I haven't seen you all day. I've been exceptionally busy with work since this morning, I'm afraid. I had hoped to be able to come and see you earlier since you would be leaving tomorrow. I'm terribly sorry for not being able to. Oh, never mind that. If that work of yours is done now, we 3 could always enjoy some sensual quality time together for the remainder of the night. Sorry, that was to what Olivier just said, not to what Mueller said. So, what was the message from the Capital, Secretary? They've acknowledged receipt of His Highness's message. However, they didn't anticipate that you may be able to arrive all the way from Gransel in less than half a day. As such, they're currently in a minor panic trying to ensure everything is ready for the ceremony tomorrow. That doesn't come as a surprise. There's nothing like the RCL when it comes to speed at home. How cruel you both are for so deftly ignoring my proposal. Although, it sounds as though the stage will be set in time. Now I need to decide on an outfit that will leave everyone's jaws on the floor to sweeten my arrival. Perhaps a glistening coat and white loincloth will do the trick. That'd make a grand impact, alright. I also wish I could go along and see it myself. Please don't encourage him. You show remarkable promise for someone so young. What do you say to coming back on the RCL with me? I'd welcome your company. Your work here in Liberal is just about done as it is, isn't it? Your offer is certainly tempting, but I'm afraid I have another job to take care of soon. The thought is appreciated, of course. Really? Well, that is a shame. Good luck with that next job of yours. Thank you. Well, if you'll excuse me. So, that is Second Secretary-elect Arndel. Is it safe to assume he's one of the chancellors? Almost definitely, yes. He came through the Hacking Gate on foot and took up his new position at the embassy a month ago. And right around the same time we headed to that liberal arc, or reward the RCL at that. There's no way that could possibly be coincidence. No, it couldn't. The most likely possibility seems to be that he's part of the intelligence division. Are you sure not doing anything regarding him all this time was a good idea? Oh, absolutely. We needed some way to find out what the Chancellor is up to after all. We'll probably get some kind of reaction from the Chancellor through his reports at some point. Probably in about 2 weeks when the Chancellor's tour is finished. You'd planned that far ahead all along, had you? Well, in that case, I'll be sure that we're ready. I'll be counting on you, love. Oh. Something the matter? Not really. It's just that the moon has come out. And what a beautiful full moon it is. Oh my god, a werewolf! The strangest thing is, this will be the last time we see the moon from here. Truth be told, I'm going to miss it. Well, well, it looks like putting a smile on your face a little more often isn't the only thing Liberal's done for you. It's opened up your eyes to life's natural beauty as well. But in all seriousness, we'll just have to do all we can to be able to come back and see it again one day. Tell yourself, look. Well, we're both still alive. Indeed. Oh, was that all the story? The next morning. I was about to say, that's short for the short story. Or a farmer. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I humbly thank you both for your generous hospitality during my stay in your fine kingdom. You're even gracious enough to humor my brazen request of escorting me back to Hemdaller aboard the RCL. This debt I owe you will be repaid many times over in the future. Rest assured of that. Oh, you didn't think of this as anything we went out of our way for. Escorting an honored state guest back home was a matter of course, particularly a guest to whom we owe a great debt of gratitude. If you ever have the opportunity, please do come back to Liberal again in the future. I imagine Estelle and Joshua will be back by then, too. So we'll all be able to give you a nice warm welcome. Little Slady's still alive. I'm already excited for my next visit. Have they left the country yet, by the way? I'm really getting ready to leave over in Rome at the moment, I believe. I'm planning to see them off when the time comes. I see. Incidentally, while the rooms of Hamel are currently sealed off, I'll do what I can on my end to ensure they are allowed inside. Could I trouble you to pass that along to them? Certainly. Thank you very much, Your Highness. Oh, think of nothing of it. It's the least I can do after they've done for me. After all they've done for me. I owe you a great deal too, Cassius. If not for your assistance, stopping that armor division from crossing the Liberal wouldn't have been as simple as it was. Good, same to you. Still, I'm sure you're aware, that outcome will have been well within the realm of possibility for the Chancellor. I doubt he was even surprised by the incident. Really? Most likely not. Ereboni had nothing to do at all to gain from using the situation to occupy Liberal. Certainly not to the extent that it would be worth going out of their way to develop inefficient steam tanks. The only reason I can see for him doing what he did was as a show of power to surrounding nations, a statement that even without orbital power, Erebonia's army could still act. Wow, I actually kind of knocked out a little bit, sorry. I did suspect that was his true aim all along. Oh my god. That was crazy, wow. Oh. Holy goodness. So you did notice. The horrible shutdown phenomenon was a complete unknown to the rest of the continent. Perhaps it might never occur again, but there's always a chance it might, whether it's here or somewhere else entirely. I hear the Empire only built a relatively small number of those tanks in all too, certainly not enough to launch a full-scale invasion. By the sounds of it, they are just put together in Renford's factory using parts intended for standard orbital tanks. But as it stands, the know-how to put together tanks like that only exists in the Empire, and in these And in these unpredictable times, no other nation has the time or resources to try to develop extremely inefficient steam-powered weaponry. In a sense, because of what has just happened, the Imperial Army's effect as a deterrent is even greater than ever. He's using war as a diplomatic tool, and very effectively at that. None of this has ever occurred to me. I have a long way to go before I'm fit to be the ruler of this country. And don't beat yourself up too much about it. He's no ordinary foe to even the most hardened veterans. The Chancellor always seems to be thinking several steps ahead of the rest of the world. It's impressive no matter what we may think of his actual ideas. I'm quite the reckless fool to be trying to challenge him if I do say... My bad. Let me read that as a full sentence. I'm quite the reckless fool to be trying to challenge him if I do say so myself. And don't be silly, Your Highness. How you can say that with a smile on your face is utterly beyond me. You should focus on building yourself a strong foothold to begin with. I do hope you'll be careful. No matter what may occur, be sure not to lose sight of exactly where you stand. Of course, Your Majesty. If I were to go and bring shame upon myself now, I'd be wasting all the effort involved in escorting me back home. I'll be sure to take what you have said to heart. Excuse me, Your Majesty. Hilda? Whatever is the matter? It's not often I see you so flustered. My apologies, Your Majesty. It's just that a guest for you arrived all of a sudden at the castle. Ordinarily, I would not have rushed in while you were meeting with others, but the visitor is so irregular that I thought you should know at once. Irregular? How so? It sounds like it's about time I take my leave, then. Actually, the visitor said he would like to greet you as well, and not just Her Majesty. What? Hilda, just who is this visitor? Well, he introduced himself as Chancellor Gilith Osborne of the Erebonian Empire. Gilith Osborne. Ah, dude, this guy is not a villain. I don't know who he is. It's an honor to be granted a personal audience. I'm Gilith Osborne, representative of the Imperial government. My apologies for the abrupt intrusion. So you're Chancellor Osborne. It's a pleasure to see you again as well, Your Highness. It's been a year since we last met, has it not? Chancellor Schnoz. I hope these passing months have seen you well. Yes, a year sounds about right. Still, well, I hope you'll forgive me for asking, just what did prompt someone of your stature to appear at the castle without warning? I'd very much like to hear your side of the story. My apologies, Your Highness. You see, these past few days, I've been touring Eastern Erebonia on routine inspections. It's been going very smoothly, more so than I had initially anticipated. I had enough free time in my schedule to pay a cordial visit. Oh my, is that so? Naturally, I would have preferred to come here while the crisis was still unfolding like yourself did, Your Highness. Fortunately, the confusion in Southern Erebonia was simply too pressing a matter, and I had no choice to deal with that first. This was the first chance that presented itself to come here and meet directly with Her Majesty, so I acted with the utmost expediency? I hope you forgive my lack of proper decorum in failing to give advance notice of my arrival. That does make sense, at least. Regardless, please don't concern yourself with me. No doubt you wish to offer your greetings to Her Majesty. My thanks, Your Highness. Well then, allow me to extend my most heartfelt greetings to both of you, Queen Alicia and Princess Claudia. It's abundantly clear that the crisis that unfolded here has been quite the ordeal for yourselves and for your nation's people. You have my deepest sympathies for the hardships you have endured, as well as my commendation for bringing the situation under control. I thank you for your kind words, Your Excellency. If anything, we should be apologizing to you for the fact that the southern side of your nation was caught up in what should have been our problem. We should be the ones going to you, rather than having you trouble yourself to come all the way to Liberal. I beg you to accept our apologies together with my deepest thanks for coming here today. I would never ask for apologies. I've heard what happened to the work of the shadowy organization. I heard what happened was the work of shadowy organizations stirring up trouble within your borders. While I meant well by sending a military force to aid you, I wouldn't have done something so careless had I known the truth of the matter. My actions were rash, foolish even, and I was rightfully recommended by His Imperial Majesty for them. Oh my. Sorry, excuse me, give me a second. Okay, sorry. Fortunately, His Highness the Prince was able to act with all due haste to put right my misstep before even greater harm was done. I owe you a great deal of gratitude for that, Your Highness, and congratulations beside for your part in bringing an end to the crisis. Oh, I did nothing out of the ordinary. I had a lot of help from Her Majesty, Her Highness, and Brigadier General Bright here too. Bright, you say? It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Excellency. I'm Cassius Bright, a Brigadier General in the Liberalian Royal Army. The pleasure's all mine, I assure you. Your name is rather well known even in the Empire. Not as much as yours. It's known here in Liberal, I imagine. It's an honor to be able to speak with you in person. It's certainly a surprise to be able to, though. Coming here on a whim can't have been easy for a man as busy as yourself. It sounds as though you may have underestimated just how capable you truly are. Not at all. I was greatly impressed to see the Royal Army's effectiveness in dealing with the tumult here. Your forces have proven powerful yet flexible, capable of dealing with emergencies ably and decisively. I might so go as far as to say it embodies an ideal that the Imperial Army, with swollen ranks, could never hope to realize. You flatter us, Your Excellency. For your part, I hear you're responsible for the establishment of the Imperial Army's famed intelligence division. Our army is in desperate need of a new one, and so I find myself quite envious. It always sounds as though the two of us each want what the other has. So it does. May I ask Your Excellency, what will you be doing now? For my part, I'm intending to leave Liberal today, so I'm afraid I won't be around much longer. Yes, so I've been told. I believe you're intending to make your grand arrival at Hemdallr aboard the famous RCL. I'm impressed you're already aware. I almost wish I could return to Erebony on board alongside you, but alas, I'm afraid I have other business demanding my attention after I'm finished here. I'll be leaving Liberal separately this afternoon. This is a shame. I would very much have liked to invite you to this evening's banquet. Please, you need not go to such troubles on my account. I feel as though I've put out enough showing up unannounced as I did, to say nothing of dining in such esteemed company. Still, I do have some time before the airship I'll be leaving on is due to depart. That being the case, I might ask for a little of your time, Your Highness. I have a few things I'd like to discuss with you personally. Excuse me, again. Very well. I have some matters I would actually like to discuss personally with you as well. What a fortunate coincidence. Allow me to have a room arranged for you two of you to have your discussion then. Hilda, if you would. Certainly, Your Majesty. Oh boy. Like, I can't sleep because this is important. Excuse me again. Okay. Sorry. It's obvious that Her Majesty is quite the tea fancier if Splint isn't going to go by. The fragrance, the temperature, the taste, I'd be hard-pressed to find fault with any of it. I've always been more of a coffee man myself, but I have no doubt that I'll be content with a cup of this at my desk each morning. As much as I agree with you, I don't believe we're here to talk about beverages. So, shall we get right to the point? What did you want to discuss with me? I see your sojourn in Liberal has proven most fruitful. Pardon? When we last spoke, you struck me as a bright, flexible young man. And no doubt you still are, but now I see you in a resilience, in a resilient little inner strength, girding those aspects. I'm sure His Majesty will be most delighted with your personal development. Meanwhile, I see you're the same fearless man I've always known you to be. More so, even. That crushing aura about you seems to have only grown with time. It's as if you feed on the resentment of those who live in the territories you annex. Such harsh words, Your Highness. Personally, I prefer the term political unification. Annex carries such negative connotation, you know. Since the end of the 100 Days War, our army hasn't committed a single act of aggression. All our unifications have been entirely peaceful. Oh, you're quite right about that. On the surface. Oh. It's amazing how similar the annexation process is every single time it happens. It starts with a small nation of independent state, an array of problems beyond repair. Yeah, I read that just now. Those problems start to worsen, after which Jaegers and other dangerous elements enter, plunging public order to an all-time low. Desperate for a solution, the local government requests the help of their Imperial Army. Before they know it, they're part of the Empire. Well, it's not as though I can't deny what you're saying. Each instance does share certain commonalities. Still, it's to be expected, an inevitable consequence of the age of unchecked growth and progression to which we live. The Imperial Army is simply acting in the Empire's best interest, helping to stabilize our neighbors for the good of the Empire. And it's understandable that they would. I do find myself rather curious why Intelligence Division members are going to such nations with such peculiar frequencies. Well, before the problems I described worsen, no less. I won't press as to where you got. Sorry, I pressed X. Oh my god. But I will say this: at its most basic level, those actions are about risk management. It's because we've been acting to minimize such risks beforehand that the army has been able to successfully quell each problem in turn. Sure, I might unpress my eyes again. Alright, sorry. I take a little, give me 30 seconds to close my eyes. That's how bad it is, by the way. I'm like... I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, maybe if I stand up, I'll do better, but I think I'll power through. With a small price of earning the disdain of the people in these nations and an increased risk of terrorism in exchange. To tell you the truth, I'm rather astounded that you had the courage to come here to Liberal all on your own to begin with. Oh heck no, I don't need that. I have work tomorrow. After all, you've made yourself the biggest target for terrorists in all of Aramonia. Your concern is touching, Your Highness. I would ask that you not trouble yourself with my safety. I employ some very skilled subordinates tasked primarily with eliminating the risk of terrorist attacks against me. Really now? That Lecter is one of those, I assume. A rather peculiar fellow, isn't he? But a very useful one all the same. Working out the scheduling for this trip and taking all the necessary precautions to ward off terrorist threats were both his doing. And thanks to his commendable efforts, I can depart for Crossbell free from work as soon as I've finished my business here. Crossbell? Are you surprised? I'll be participating in a top-secret discussion with a representative of the Crossbell government. Recently, a large amount of funding has been flowing into the country through Republican channels, putting all our allies on the defensive. I'd always meant to visit at some point, and this seems the perfect opportunity. Are you out of your mind? Crossbell is full of enemies and different factions at each one's throats. I hear it's now even a hotbed for terrorists and criminal organizations because of its position as a buffer state. Does that really sound like a place the Erebonian Chancellor should be going even on an unofficial visit? I'm surprised to hear you advocating caution in the face of potential danger, Your Highness. After all, it was you who flew onto an ancient city at a great risk to your own safety and returned unharmed after surveying it. Compared to such roused risk-taking, my visit to Crossbell will be child's play. As I'm sure you're aware, you're regarded as something of a hero back in Erebonia now. Ah, to see a hero make a grand return befitting his newly minted legend, and aboard the famous RCL no less. Naturally, our hero has also taken the time to ensure that every well-known newspaper and magazine are aware of his homecoming too. Oh, I have no doubts that your triumphant arrival will be every bit as glorious as played out in your imaginings, Your Highness. Do be sure to capitalize on this chance as best as you can to build yourself a firm foothold. I expect great things from you, after all. Sig! Scree! Hey, buddy. You haven't changed a bit, huh? Scree. Really? Sounds like a ton's happened, huh? But it's nice to see you and your master are doing alright. Scree. Lecter? Well, good day to you, Your Highness. I pray I'm not causing any trouble by taking a tour of the castle like this. The view from the stairs certainly is beautiful, isn't it? What happened to you, Lecter? How'd you end up working for Chancellor Osborne? Norman Osborne? I'm sorry, I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. Are you perchance mistaking me for something else? Are you perchance mistaking me for someone else? Your name is Lecter Arundel. You were the student council president of Genis Royal Academy, which you attended before leaving suddenly 2 years ago. So no, I'm not mistaking you for someone else. This guy. But that's where you're wrong, because my name is actually Lecter Arundel. I can certainly see how our names could become mixed up, however, they are scarily close. Still, now you know. Please, just call me Lec. Don't try and joke around with me, Lecter. Do you have any idea how worried all of us were when you just disappeared without a word? You submitted your notice to leave the academy and then were never seen again. Even the otherwise calm Leo let out a cry of anger when he found out. And all Lucy could do was give a sad smile and say, this is just like him, the whole time, with tears in her eyes. Jill and Hans were heartbroken, and so was I. Yet after all this time, you finally show yourself, knowing full well that I'm here, and this is how you act, by pretending you're someone else? Lecter! Sorry, no need for the scary glare. You're still taking things way too seriously. Looks like it'll take more than just stepping up as Crown Princess to change that part of you. Oh. But you know, seeing you makes me feel kinda relieved. I always figured if someone like you became Crown Princess, you'd have virtually no freedom to do anything other than work. But from all that's reached my ears, it sounds like you're actually doing alright for yourself. And you even made some great new friends after I left the academy, didn't you? Nice. I sure did. Nonetheless, it's nice to see that I was able to change it all. You were the one who gave me the first push in the right direction. I never had the chance to thank you properly after you left. But all this time, I've always been grateful to you. Well, consider me honored. Do I get a kiss in return? You do not. I may feel respect towards you, but nothing romantic. That's a bummer. There was me, all taken in by how pretty you'd become, wondering if this could be the start of something downright magical. And what happens instead? My dreams of romance and sweet smooches are crushed to nothing before they can even begin. I know you don't mean a word of that, you know. You're looking very sharp yourself, though. It's surprising to see. Every time I've seen you before today, it was in that heavily frayed uniform worn in the most sloppy way imaginable. I think you'll find I was merely making a fashion statement. That wasn't laziness or slobbishness. Every part of it was carefully calculated and considered to have maximum effect. The scary thing is, I actually believe you. You always seemed as if you cared for nothing but having fun and causing trouble, yet when it came down to it, you were wise beyond your years. And I've finally seen part of the reason behind that today. I'll ask you again, Lecter. How did you end up working for Chancellor Osborne like this? Just what happened to you between you submitting your notice to leave the academy and now? Have mercy on my soul. To you now. I have to admit, I never imagined that would be the case. On the contrary, I was expecting you to tell me to back off. Oh, Hades forbid. What reason would I have to suggest such a thing? What is that? Oh, yes, yeah. After all, at the end of the day, our positions are functionally the same. I'm not sure I understand. Do you not think so? Personally, I find it difficult to believe that you would not harbor some hatred towards Erebonia as it is today. A grand empire clinging to the glories of a bygone era, ruled by nobility and shackled by meaningless conventions. Am I wrong? People call me the Blood and Iron Chancellor, as though I hold the whole of Erebonia in the palm of my hand. But in reality, my position is far more tenuous. I have supporters and allies in the capital, certainly. I have supporters and allies in the capital, certainly, but outside its walls, the nobility holds far more sway than any of them. And while it is true I hold a great amount of power in the form of the Imperial Army, even then I only truly command around 70% of it. The remainder is loyal to the nobility, who also maintain their own private armies. With those factored in, my advantage shrinks substantially. So you see, I'm still very much in the midst of a battle to truly exert control. Which is why you're building railways all over the country to expand your area of influence. And you've been annexing a new territory to that same end. As long thought, you clearly understand me better than anyone else. As I've long thought, you clearly understand me better than anyone else. That is why I'll say this once again. Work with me, Your Highness. With your support, our nation will be able to bring about real reform faster than ever. The noble faction, bloated with its centuries of decadence, can be stopped before they even have the chance to unify against us. Surely that's what you desire more than anything. Let me just ask a simple question, Chancellor. What connection do you have with Ouroboros? I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I will say this, however. I'm a firm believer in using every resource at my disposal in the name of achieving reform. That's the way I believe in handling politics. I see. Well, it certainly does seem as though we would see eye to eye in many ways, and that's all the more reason why I'm afraid I must refuse your offer. Is that so? Yes, I find it difficult to like the rotten noble faction that exists in the Empire. Or perhaps you're right that hate is the more appropriate word. But my feelings of fear towards your methods are far greater than my feelings of hatred towards the nobles. What you seem to be doing is trying to compel Erebonians with a delusive utopia, to whip them into enthusiastic frenzy. No doubt, by successfully convincing the people, the old guard will fall into the metaphorical firestorm created. And yet, by then, the gears will have already begun turning. There'll be no satisfying satisfying aroused populace with a thirst for revolution. Arousal? I'm sorry. You can tell I'm tired reading that as arousal. The storm will just keep growing larger and more ravenous, engulfing anything and everything in its wake. Sorry, it's because I'm reading this, Olivier. You know this, don't you, Chancellor? But of course. After all, that's what I intend to happen. It's the first stage of my reforms. I'd be more than happy to share further details with you if you were to decide to work with me, Your Highness. In the meantime, I wish you well in strengthening your foothold back in the Empire. Of course, if that's your intention, you'll find it necessary to work with those nobles you so despise. You truly do see through everything, don't you? Well, that sounds like the noon bell. The airship should be arriving shortly. Which means it's time for me to take my leave, I'm afraid. I look forward to seeing you again in the capital in 2 weeks' time. I take it as the discussion is over then? What's wrong? You look awfully tired. Oh, nothing. I'm just feeling odd and new at what a monster I decided to pick a fight with. Oopsie, I think it's probably about time for the airship to arrive. I'm gonna have to stop you there and get going. What? See ya, Seek. Next time I see you, I'll bring you some Erebonian salami as a souvenir, okay? Squee! Wait, are you planning to just appear without telling me anything a second time? Got an important question for you. Did you fall in love with someone while I was away? Hit the nail on the head, huh? Oh, that's so cute. First love, right? How's that feel? Heart all flutter 1 minute, end of the world the next? Don't you dare start teasing me. But you're right, though. I did. He rejected me in this very spot not that long ago. Wait, you're joking, right? There's a coincidence I didn't see coming. I'm not so sure about that. It feels like you know everything sometimes. I'm not some kind of all-knowing, all-seeing divinity. That's what makes the world so interesting to me. You just... Oh, okay. Oh? I'm happy for you, Chloe. Knowing the pain of lost love is what makes a girl blossom, in my humble opinion. Do you feel like the whole experience let you get a step closer to the person you want to be? Why are you just petting her? Well, what about you? Do you feel like getting closer to becoming the person that you want to be? By being at the Chancellor's side? Kinda hard to do that when I don't have a person I want to be to begin with. I'm just sticking with him because it feels like it'll be fun, that's all. I've been doing it since before I joined the academy, in fact. You have? That prince has proven surprisingly capable, but he still isn't a match for the Chancellor. Tell him to watch his back, alright? So that he doesn't get swallowed up by that monster after he gets tired of dancing. Peace! Goodbye, Lecter. Oh my god. Thank you all for waiting. The Calopera International Airliner bound for the Principality of Remphiria will be departing momentarily. Please mind your footing when boarding. Well, honestly, it's been a hostage. So that was the Blood and Iron Chancellor. What's Cher doing there? I can't believe he actually went out of his way to use a civilian airship when he probably has a private one of his own. I'd heard rumors about how out of the ordinary he is, but he lives up to all of them. He keeps me on my toes, to put it playfully enough. Him aside, thanks for coming all the way to see me off, Sharon. I was lucky I just happened to have business here at the right time. It feels like this is going to be the last chance we get to see one another for a while after all. Rather unfortunate, as my dream is and always was to live away my days in the lap of luxury surrounded by women as beautiful as you. Well, good luck with that. Changing the subject though, who was the young man at the Chancellor's side? He didn't strike me as an ordinary guy. Oh, you could tell. But of course, I'd say I'm used to running into people who are out of the ordinary at this point. We've sure fought enough of them. His name's Lecter Arundel. He's a secretary who was sent here by the Imperial government. Apparently, he was the one who planned out all the details of the Chancellor's visit to Liberal. I can't pretend to know much regarding his background, but he's exceptionally skilled at what he does. Actually, I know a little. What? Oh? Is that true? Yes. Claudia explained that Lecter once attended the same academy as her and had served as a student council president. She also mentioned that the sudden disappearance after the Academy Festival 2 years ago. Unbelievable. Then, someone connected to the Chancellor to visit Liberal first? Then he's very likely to have his own veritable information network established here long before I even came up with the idea. I think it's safe for us to assume it's the case. Which also means that it's safe to assume he knows every detail about all that's happened here since. From the coup d'etat to the crisis regarding the Oriole, all of it. This meeting gets more unbelievable by the minute. He actually gave me a message to pass on to you earlier too. Watch your back so you don't get swallowed up by the monster when you get tired of dancing. He sure knows how to sting where it hurts, doesn't he? I feel like I can see a whole new world, shouted a lad, of pleasure opening up before my eyes. He should know better. Getting outdone by every turn like this is really not my style. What do you mean? Captain Schwartz, I have a little favor I'd like to ask for when you are in the air. Have mercy. I'm rather impressed with how Prince Oliver has come along. No matter how he chooses to act from here on, he'll have his uses, to be certain. You would say that, given that you think everyone has your pawns. There's me, the prince, that society. Indeed, and I am much the same. We are but pawns on the vast game board, the vast game board that is the Empire, where a thrill like no other will take place. But it's because you too wish to see how that game plays out that you've chosen to stand with me, is it not? Well, hey, what can I say? Just don't forget that this piece right here might not be loyal forever. Such a betrayal would be perfectly fine by me. Or did you honestly think I'd never considered the possibility of it may happen? I just thought I'd come out and say it. How are the other Iron Ones doing, by the way? They're all doing very well by the sound of it. If the right things are going, there's a chance all of the prince's efforts will be forgotten. Perhaps try to hold back on him a little. Ugh, you sure don't pull any punches, do you? You know something? I wouldn't write him off so easily if I were you in your shoes. What? Oh. First of all, how did that stay, like, propelled in the air? Never mind. It had to be going at, like, the same speed as it threw it. These look like rose petals. If you look out the windows on the right-hand side of the airship, you'll be able to see the famous high-speed cruiser, the RCL. We've been informed that it is on our way to the Imperial Castle of Prince Oliver of the Erebony Empire on board, but he also has given us a message to relay to all the passengers on board today. I give thanks to Adius for the good fortune to have been able to meet you today. May your journey be filled with beautiful roses and her blessings. And of course, may your journey to your homes be a safe and pleasant one. That marks the end of his message. I never thought there was a bigger dumbass in the world than me, and yet here we are. Very well, debaucherous prince. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Show me how long you can hold out against me.
Hey, yo!
Please, bottom right of the screen. Alright, y'all, that's gonna be... Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. I'm so sorry for falling asleep during that, by the way. I apologize. I will say, I mean, if I, like, take my nap away from my sleep yesterday, I only slept for less than 3 hours, so... I'm gonna make sure I get... Wait, immediately when I go into bed, I'm gonna try to go to sleep, because I know I need a full night's sleep. Because tomorrow, we're gonna do, we're gonna probably stream this again, but, we might do a little unboxing beforehand, so we'll see. This long-ass scene had the same energy as the Persona 5 explaining how we survived Silas Palace. Oh my god. No, but this isn't even as bad. This seemed long. There's longer. Like the... Oh my god. It can get worse. It can get way worse. Alright, but anyway, with that being said, thank you everyone for showing up tonight. Sorry, I'm gonna just rush and end so I can go to sleep. And I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully, for that little unboxing, little special thing, plus more Trails and Skies third chapter. Trails got a third. Hopefully. Alright, y'all. Bye. And thank you for sitting with me. I again apologize for sleeping. You're falling asleep. Alright. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be well rested by then.